Good evening, everyone. This is Praveen Chaturvedi, your moderator. The time is 5 p.m. The quorum is present. Request Company Secretary to kindly begin with the proceedings. Handing over to you. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I, Suresh Bachalpura, Company Secretary, on behalf of your company and its Board of Directors, welcoming you all to the 26th Annual General Meeting of Moship Technologies Limited. We are conducting this AGM through video conference, other video and audio means as per the circulars issued by Ministry of Corporate Affairs and SEBI. Facility for joining this meeting through video conference facility is made available on first come first served basis. Members present by default will be on mute mode by the host to avoid disturbances and ensure the smooth conduct of this meeting. As the AGM is being held through video conference, the facility for appointment of proxy by the member was not applicable, and hence the proxy register is not available for inspection. The company had provided facility for remote e-voting, and the same was open from Tuesday, 23rd September 2025 at 9 a.m. till Thursday, 25th September 2025 till 5 p.m. The process for login for participating in the AGM was intimated in the notice convening, and the process for e-voting was covered in the notice convening the meeting and also emailed to the shareholders separately. We have provided the facility for the shareholders to speak during the meeting who has registered by email as speaker shareholder. The speaker shareholder will be allowed to speak during the meeting. The names of speaker shareholders will be announced one by one. The host will give appropriate access to the concerned shareholder to speak once the chairman opens the floor for Q&A session. Participation of members through video conference is being reckoned as the quorum as per the circulars issued by MCA and Section 103 of the Companies Act 2013. I confirm that the requisite quorum is presented through video conference, and I request Mr. K. Pradeep Chandra Garu to chair the meeting and start the proceedings of the 26th Annual General Meeting. Pradeep Chandra Garu, over to you, sir.
Suresh, dear valued shareholders of Moship, ladies and gentlemen, on behalf of Moship and its Board of Directors, I once again extend a very warm welcome to each one of you to the 26th Annual General Meeting of your company. We are conducting this AGM through video conference as per the guideline circulars issued by the MCA and SEBI. Before we start the proceedings of the meeting, I would like to introduce my colleagues who joined through video conference. It is my pleasure to introduce Mr. Srinasara Kakamanu, Managing Director of the company. Mr. D.G. Prasad, Independent Director and Chairman of the Audit Committee and member of the Nomination and Remuneration Committee and Risk Management Committee. Mrs. Madhurika Nalluri Venkat, Independent Director, Chairperson of the Nomination and Remuneration Committee and Stakeholder Relationship Committee and member of the Audit Committee and Risk Management Committee. Mr. G.V. Pranav Reddy, Non-Executive Director. Mr. Jairam Susarla, Chief Financial Officer. Mr. Damodarrao Gummudapu and Mr. Vinendra Parvatineni are unable to attend, so we give them a leave of absence. I do confirm the Chairman of the Audit Committee, Nomination and Remuneration Committee, Stakeholders Relationship Committee and Risk Management Committee are present for the meeting through video conference. I also confirm the presence of Mr. M.T. Srinivas Rao, Statutory Auditor from St. Mohite and Company, Chartered Accountants, Hyderabad, and Mr. S. Srikanth, Secretarial Auditor from Messrs. BSS and Associates, Practicing Company Secretaries, Hyderabad. I thank all the members and colleagues of the board, management team, and auditors for joining this meeting through video conference. I wish all of you are safe and good health. Financial year 2025 was a transformative year for Moship, marked by exceptional financial performance, strategic milestones, and operational resilience. On a consolidated basis, the income from operations grew to rupees 466.84 crores from rupees 293.91 crores, registering a growth of 59% year on year. The earnings before interest, depreciation, and tax (EBITDA) stood at 60.05 crores, while that of the previous year stood at 36.20 crores. The consolidated result showed a profit after tax (PAT) for the result at 33.46 crores as against 9.88 crores in the previous year. On a standalone basis, the income from operations for the year stood at rupees 387.21 crores as against rupees 228.84 crores for the preceding year, registering a growth of 74% year on year. Standalone profit after tax was 29.22 crores as against net profit of rupees 6.22 crores in the previous year. It is the unwavering trust and continued support of our valued shareholders that empower Moship to pursue its ambitious growth strategy. The notice convening the meeting, the directors' report, together with annexures, the annual accounts, along with auditors' report, secretarial audit report, and 26th annual report have been with you for quite some time, and with your permission, I will take them as read. Now I request Company Secretary to explain about the e-voting process. Suresh, over to you.
Thanks, Chairman. The financial statements, together with the report of directors, statutory auditors, and secretary auditors for the financial year 24-25 has already been circulated. I request the members to permit me to take the audit report and secretary audit report as read, since there were no qualifications in the said reports. Before we proceed, I am pleased to bring to the notice that as required under the Companies Act 2013, the company has provided you all the facility to cast the vote electronically on all the resolutions set forth in the notice. There are three resolutions which are required approval of the shareholders. Members who have not cast vote electronically and who are participating in the meeting will have opportunity to cast the vote through e-voting facility provided by KFin Technologies Limited. Members may please note that there will be no voting by showing of hands. BSS and Associates Practicing Company Secretaries Hyderabad have been appointed as a scrutinizer for the e-voting process. Mr. S. Srikanth from BSS and Associates is present in the AGM today. The voting results along with the scrutinizer will be declared within 2 working days, and the same will be intimated to the stock exchanges and hosted on your company website. Thank you. Over to Chairman.
Thank you, Suresh. Now I request Mr. Srinivasarao Kakumanu, your MD and CEO of the company, to give a brief presentation on the financial and operational performance of the company. I'm sure all of you will be interested to listen to this.
Thank you, sir. Praveen Garu, please give show the presentation. From the starting, sir. Yes, sir, over to you, sir.
Sure, yeah. Thank you, Pradeep Chandra Garu. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. And first of all, I wish you all a very happy Vijayadashmi. And I hope you're all doing well. And I welcome you all to 26th annual general meeting of your company, Moschip. And Praveen Garu, can you go to the next slide? Yeah, this is the agenda that I would like to present. So I'm going to talk about the FY25 performance and also the recent history, how Moschip has actually grown over the last 4 years. And in fact, our chairman Pradeep Chandra Garu talked about some financial numbers for FY25 comparing to FY24. I will also briefly touch upon that. And there are two business units, main business units you actually know. And I would also give a summary of the biggest performance, what kind of projects we have actually handled in FY25 and so on and so forth. And there are other major highlights that actually happened in FY25. As our chairman said, FY25 has been a spectacular year for your company, Moschip. And there were, a couple of major that I would like to talk about them. And I will also give a brief status on those two projects. And of course, I will also talk about the Moschip strategy, going forward. And as an ecosystem partner, your company continue to basically attend a lot of industry events. And we also participate in panel discussions to just make sure that we stay in touch with the industry leaders, and we also share our knowledge, and we would also like to learn from leaders from the industry. And I will also give you an idea about some of the press releases involving your company. And I will also touch base upon the CSR initiatives that we have taken for FY25 and then conclude the presentation. Yeah, in a nutshell, if you look at it from FY24 to FY25, it grew by 58.5% year on year, from 294 crores to 466 crores. And this is revenue from operations. And the profit before tax grew from 11.33 to 33.7 crores. And in FY25, I think our PBT is about 7.22%. And from FY22 onwards, we've been actually profitable. And the FY25 was probably the best year in terms of profitability. So what that actually means is, over the last 3-4 years, I mean, we've been not only improving our top line, we've also been actually improving on the bottom line as well. And we have added 7 new customers in FY25, and some of them are Fortune 500 and Fortune 50, companies. And we have actually started building a strategic relationship with them, and we hope to continue to win more business from them. And again, as you know, we always believe in investing in strengthening leadership, both in engineering, business development, and operations. And we in FY25, we have strengthened our leadership. We actually brought in some technical leadership, and we also hired leaders in sales and marketing, and even on the operations. Praveen garu. And this graph gives you an idea about the way your company has been growing from, say, FY21 onwards. If you look at our revenues in FY21, we made around 105 crores. And from 105, if you look at the trajectory, I mean, we actually went to 466 crores in FY25. And over the last 4 years, and we've been growing at, more than 30% CAGR. In fact, 40% from FY21 to FY22, and from FY24 to FY25, we grew around 58.5%. Praveen garu, you will have to zoom this out. Yeah, a little bit more. I'm not able to see the full page. Zoom out, please. Yeah, this is perfect. And as you all know, we have 2 main business units. One is a semiconductor business unit. The other one is a product engineering BU that basically focuses on software and system design and digital engineering. In semiconductors BU, we basically have business segments. One is IP services. The other one is semiconductor design services, where we help our customers in ODC models and time and material kind of business model. And on the turnkey ASIC, in this business segment, what we actually do is we can take a design from our customer and deliver a working silicon to customer. And as you know, your company has been actually focusing on these kind of designs, turnkey ASICs, and also building big ODCs for our customers. And on the product engineering BU, of course, we've been focusing on embedded software and system design, as you know. And in the last 1 year, we started investing in building digital engineering offering, and we actually built a very nice team. And in fact, we have also won a couple of projects in digital engineering space. Apart from these 2 BUs, Moschip Academy of Silicon Systems and Technologies is our training and innovation center. And we keep actually hiring engineering graduates and master's students from colleges, from campuses, and put them through our time-tested training, right, from MAST, and then move them into design center. Right. So, and in in FY25, we did some campus hiring, and they were actually put through training, and then they were moved into design center. Yeah, Praveen garu, zoom out, please. Full page, Praveen garu. Zoom out, not zoom in. Zoom out, please.
It's happening only this much because we have a limited space over there. Yeah.
No.
You
have to zoom out, not zoom in. Yeah. One more step. We are not able to see the full slide, Praveen garu.
Sir, full will not be there because we are already having a presentation mode, and you are already visible in that.
Okay.
So there is a limitation. There is a limitation. I can rotate down and up.
Okay, so on the semiconductor BU, to summarize the performance on the design services, of course, the engagements have been pretty stable. And as you know, more than 50% of the top semicon companies are mass customers, and the relationships with these companies grow. And I mean, because we continue to deliver excellence, the relationships have become actually stronger. In FY25, we delivered, I mean, 50. I mean, we worked on more than 50 tapeouts targeted for various foundries, and the designs that have actually come back, they were first pass silicon success, and that is definitely helping the company to actually win continued business from them. And there are offshore design center engagements with the tier one customers. We built multiple ODCs for our tier one customers, and they continue to run in a steady mode. And some of the ODCs have been growing. And of course, I mean, we would like to invest in building emulation expertise, because this is one area that we believe to bring us more business, because the chips are actually becoming more complex and bigger. And on the IP services, I mean, we have actually built a few IP blocks for our smart energy meter IC, which we call it Vidyut. And then we also built uh, two ODCs for IP porting projects, and those two ODCs are in growth mode. And we've been scaling up our IP porting teams. Okay, and on the turnkey ASICs, again, as I said, our focus has been on the turnkey ASICs, and we executed multiple turnkey projects in FY25. And I'm very pleased to let you all know that your company has actually delivered a working silicon to a customer based out of India. And this was done in 28 nanometer technology. And this is a first pass silicon success. And we have a pretty strong pipeline that we actually built, and we hope to execute all these turnkey projects and meet first pass silicon success. And we also hope that we will win more turnkey ASICs. And product engineering BU performance, of course, we won partner par excellence for software award by Qualcomm. This is second time in a row in FY25. And we are supporting our customers in device engineering, which is basically the embedded software, device drivers, core BSP, firmware, and stuff like that. And as I said a little while ago, we started investing in digital engineering. Over the last 12 months, we've been investing, and the investment that we actually made in digital engineering, building the teams and bringing in the leadership, has started paying off. We have actually a couple of projects, and we hope to win many more in that space. And we've been strengthening our FPGA solutions group. And on the project side, of course, I mean, we've been running a lot of projects in multimedia, communication, computing, home automation, industrial automation, IoT, BMS, building management systems, and automotive applications. So, and that's about the performance summary about the two BUs. And moving on to the other major highlights, as you know, we were basically shortlisted under DLI to develop smart energy meter IC. This happened in June 2024 during FY25. And we taped out a test chip in 180 nanometer technology to validate four IPs, and power management unit, temperature sensor, LCD panel control, and clock management unit. And the test chip has come back, and the four IPs have shown life, and they are actually validated. And all the four IPs are actually working well in real silicon. And that project execution is underway, and we are on track in terms of the schedule that we have committed to DLI. And the other project that we basically won from CDAC, as you know, is to design and develop a high performance computing processor. and the brand name is Om, and that development is making steady progress, and the team has actually completed the architecture phase. Now we have moved into validation and implementation phase. Even that project is actually going pretty well, and we are tracking the schedule we committed to CDAC. Yeah, please move on. Yeah. And I also wanted to give a snapshot of master strategy for 2025 and beyond. Of course, this company celebrated its 25th anniversary in July 2024. And as you know, I mean, we were the first fabless semicon company. And over the last 4 or 5 years, I mean, there has been steady growth, both in terms of top line and bottom line. And the majority of the revenues are coming from our semicon and embedded and system design services. And I mean, of course, the RTL design, physical design, analog layout, design verification, embedded software, digital engineering, and turnkey projects. I mean, these are all the domains that we basically help our customers on, and these are all the functions that are actually generating revenues for us. And on the strategy, I mean, of course, we continue to grow in design services, and we are moving away from resource augmentation. As you know, we continue to provide value-added design services to our customers, mostly focus on providing solutions to our customers, right? Get a spec and deliver a silicon or a product to our customers. And we continue to invest in R&D. And of course, as part of Smart Energy Meter IC, I mean, we have actually built some IPs, and we are also building IPs. And apart from this, for turnkey projects, I mean, you will have to keep improving your flows and methodologies. And we keep working on investing in building and improving our flows and methodologies, bringing in innovation, bringing in AI into our methodology, so that we could give the productivity benefit and thus cost benefit to our customers. And of course, I mean, we will continue to work on Smart Energy Meter IC, and we've also identified a few derivatives that are in ideation stage right now. And but our focus right now is Smart Energy Meter IC. Once we basically tape it out, we will start bringing the other ideas into life and then move ahead. And the HPC processor that we are building for CDAC, this is in 5 nanometer technology. This is one of the, I mean, advanced technology nodes. And we will continue to leverage the experience that we are actually gaining on executing this project to win more turnkey ASIC business, not just in the legacy, also in advanced nodes. And we will continue to grow in digital engineering because, I mean, we actually see a lot of I mean, market there. TAM is high, and we built a very, very strong team, and we will continue to grow. And of course, we will continue to look at mergers and acquisitions, right? And as far as opportunities are concerned, as you know, due to geopolitical situation and the regional push for self-reliance, the domestic opportunities are on the rise. And being an end-to-end solution company, we expect to basically capitalize on this shift and try to actually win more opportunities, right? More business from domestic markets. And turnkey ASICs is one area that I mean, we would continue to grow. Compared to FY24, we did many more projects in FY25. And again, as I said, we delivered working silicon to one customer based out of India, and we would like to win more projects that actually involve silicon, not just the design and development. And the ASSPs, right? Our focus is right now on the Vidyut Smart Energy Meter IC. And again, I mean, once it has gone to manufacturing, we will also work on the other ideas that we basically have, right, to work on derivative chips and others. And AI, generative AI, agentic AI, and digital engineering are the other opportunities that we would like to capitalize on. And of course, there are always going to be challenges. The industry is cyclical in nature. In fact, Q3 and Q4 of FY25 were a little slow, and even Q1 also was a little slow. And we believe things have actually started coming up now. The other challenge that we always have is acquiring talent and retention. And to mitigate this, our training institute has been actually helping us, and we've been creating talent, and we've been transferring that talent to our design center. And we also take care of our engineers by providing good opportunities and good career growth so that our attrition actually stays as low as possible. Okay, move on to the next slide. And I also thought I would basically give you an idea about the events that we participate, and also the panel discussions that our leadership team is actually part of, so that you would know what kind of events that we are participating, and what kind of panel discussions we were participating. TSMC, can you go to the previous slide, Praveen? Praveen Garu? Yeah. TSMC North America Technical Symposium and Semicon India and Embedded World. The first two are Semicon focused, and Embedded World is our product engineering focused. And of course, we also participated in Lattice DevCon and showcased some demos involving Lattice FPGAs. And there was a keynote that was actually given by me, talking about developing India into a global hub of semiconductor industry supply chain. And there is also a keynote from product engineering BU head, and he talked about redefining digital systems in AI and digital era. Right? Can you move to the next slide, Praveen? Yeah, and our Semicon BU had participated in a panel discussion talking about AI role in problem solving and innovation, especially in EDA flows and methodologies. And one of our AVPs participated in a panel discussion discussing about scaling semiconductor product companies in India. And there was another keynote by one of our AVPs, again, digital transformation opportunities with in-vehicle infotainment systems, right? This is mostly on the automotive side. And there was also a DLI gathering, and we talked about our experience with the DLI scheme, so that the aspirants, who are actually looking to get shortlisted under DLI, get benefited from that experience. Yeah, that is how we are actually helping the ecosystem partners, even the startups also, to get benefited, right, from what is happening in the industry in India. Move to the next slide. And these are some of the press releases. Of course, CDAC partnering with Maschip and SocialNext for HPC processor development. There was a press release, and DLI, under DLI Smart Energy Meter IC development, there was another press release, and we also became a Renesas partner. And this basically brings us into Renesas ecosystem, and that way, we can actually get more leads and then win more business. And again, as I said, we started in digital engineering, and Digital Sky and Digital Sky Gen AIoT are the offerings that we provide to our customers. And we basically made our industry be aware of our digital engineering offerings. And again, as I said, we continue to look for opportunities in digital engineering space. Yeah, move to the next slide. And this is basically a snapshot of some of the awards that we actually got, and some recognitions your company received in FY25. Partner Par Excellence Award by Qualcomm, and Semi Excellence in Semiconductor Design Award are the two awards. And Masterchip is also recognized as a high growth company in Asia Pacific in 2025 by Financial Times and Statistica. And best employers in 2025, a survey done by Time and Statista, and they basically ranked about 600 companies, and your company stood 48th there. And we are also ranked 13 in LinkedIn top 15 companies in India 2025. So, in terms of the employee satisfaction or the customer satisfaction, if you look at it, we are right up there. Yeah. Can you move to the next slide? And the training institute, what we believe in is if the engineering students coming out of engineering colleges, if they are trained well, then they'll be able to become productive. They'll be productive right away, go center. And there seems to be a huge gap between what the engineering students are learning at colleges versus what the industry actually needs, and we are trying to bridge the gap. And our institute is absolutely doing that. But apart from training our own hired people, what we also started doing is we have also started training professors and lecturers from some of the engineering colleges, and training them in terms of what industry actually needs, so that these lecturers and professors can go back and train those students. So this we called it I3 initiative, and we basically ran about 2 seasons so far, and that is very well received. And we have received an excellent feedback, and all the training that the lecturers and professors are actually getting here is definitely helping in passing that engineering students. And of course, I mean, we also do a lot of activities to help the holistic development of our trainee students, right, as part of mass initiatives. Yeah. Please move on to the next slide, Praveen. And other highlights, of course, Masterchip is a registered trademark now, and our followers on LinkedIn has been on the rise. And we have recently moved to a new facility in Pune, and we are expanding in Pune. And that's the picture that you can actually see. And we continue to be part of IESA as a member, and we've been member for many years. And we also celebrated our 26 years of innovation at Masterchip. And Masterchip Sports League was actually conducted, and there was so much of participation from across our offices. Yeah. Can you move to the next slide? And as you know, your company has been involved in CSR initiatives. We believe in um, um, playing an important role as a socially responsible organization. And we basically helped University College of Engineering, Usmania University, to convert their garden into an open learning area. And the entire funding was basically given by your company. And when I met them very recently, they said the entire facility is being utilized by the students, and they were pretty happy, and they had shown gratitude for the kind of gesture that we had actually shown. Okay. Can you move to the next slide? Yeah, to just conclude, the growth has been pretty steady, and the top line and bottom line have been actually increasing. And we continue to deliver excellence to our customers. And that is the reason why our relationship with the customers continue to grow, and we continue to get business. And we continue to invest in R&D, because innovation is the key. And you have to continue to improve the solutions, the way you provide solutions to your customers, the development cycle, all that. I mean, you will have to keep reducing. So we continue to invest in R&D, and smart energy meter IC and the OHM project are going to be the priorities. And we continue to focus on turnkey ASIC opportunities. And digital engineering is one area that we continue to focus and grow. And while we focus on the organic growth, we always look for mergers and acquisitions if there is any synergy. And we've been focusing on by delivering excellence and by branding. I mean, by attending events, participating in panel discussions, doing keynotes, and so on and so forth. And we believe we are very well positioned to support our customers worldwide. And once again, I mean, thank you so much for all the support. And I wish you all a very happy evening. Thank you.
Thank you, KS, for that presentation. Shareholders may have noticed that we are on your company's on very strong footing, and we're looking forward to aggressive growth in the coming few years. We can now move on to the question and answer session. I'm sure, but before we go on there, I just wanted to mention that probably a number of your questions and doubts may have been answered by the presentation that was already provided. So in case you feel that those questions have been answered, it's fine. The other is that because we have done this in the past, there's a number of questions which come up about client list and value addition and strategies, things like that. Some of these are very confidential. It is we wouldn't like those things to be made public, because it affects the core competence and the core strategies of the company, which will making that public will impact our own activities. So some of them we may not be able to give very much in detail about the pipeline and the client list and things, and the value additions, and what the margins are and things like that, because that is something which is internal to the company. You do realize that our growth has been excellent, or both, whether it is on the bottom line or the top line. So we continue to serve you, and we make sure that the investors, the shareholders in the company are rewarded. Suresh, now we can we move on to the question and answer session?
Yeah, thanks to the chairman. Before we go to Q&A session, there are some points to note for the convenience of speaker shareholders. The names of the speaker shareholders who registers are being called one by one to speak. Kindly turn on your video when you project it on broadcast screen. Kindly unmute yourself to proceed to ask a question. Please mention your name and the location from where you are joining the meeting. Each shareholders will have 2 minutes for the questions. The managing director and CFO will answer the questions at the end, considering all the questions received from the shareholders to avoid the duplication. Now I request Praveen Garu to call one by one shareholder based on their serial number.
Thank you, sir. And I'm going to call upon all the speaker shareholders one by one. Request all other speaker shareholders to kindly wait for their turn. Thank you. Our first speaker is Mr. Kamal Kishore Jawar. May I request Mr. Kamal Kishore Jawar to kindly unmute yourself and speak. Mr. Kamal Kishore.
हेलो, मेरा आवाज आ रहा है सर?
जी आ रहा है.
ओके, थैंक यू सर. हमारे चेयरमैन साहब, प्रदीप साहब, मैनेजिंग डायरेक्टर श्रीनिवास साहब, सीएफओ साहब, कंपनी सेक्रेटरी सुरेश साहब और अनदर डायरेक्टर को सबका नमस्कार. सब आज हमारे शेयरहोल्डर के लिए बहुत अच्छी कंपनी है, बहुत अच्छा रिटर्न मिल रहा है. जब से मैनेजमेंट चेंज हुआ, हमारे को शेयर प्राइस दिख रहा, तो हम बहुत खुश है आपकी कंपनी से. रिसेंटली 1 मंथ के नीचे 160 था, फिर 1 मंथ में अपना शेयर प्राइस 275 आया. बहुत अच्छा लगा सर. तो अभी सेमीकंडक्टर का जो इतना डिमांड हो रहा है साहब, तो अपना 2025-2026 का रेवेन्यू कितना आ सकता है, ये बताइए. अभी सेमीकंडक्टर में अपना आईपीओ जब से मोशिप सेमीकंडक्टर साहब, जब भी हमारे को फॉर्मली प्रोमोटर जो थे, जब हमारे को न्यूज साहब 500-1000 का, तो उनके टाइम पे तो हमें शेयर प्राइस भी नहीं देते थे 10-20-40. आप जब से मैनेजमेंट चेंज, तो हमारे को 300 रुपए का अब वो रेट देखने को मिला है हमारे को, तो बहुत खुशी की बात है. तो कब यह डिविडेंड के ट्रैक रिकॉर्ड में आएगा उसके बारे में बताइए हमारे को। कंपनी में से आज तक कभी डिविडेंड का प्रपोजल नहीं हुआ, पर डिविडेंड नहीं, हम शेयर प्राइस जो इंक्रीज हुआ सबसे ज्यादा डिविडेंड से ज्यादा हमारे को शेयर प्राइस में प्रॉफिट हुआ, उसके बाद से बधाई देंगे हम। और आपके साथ दशहरा दीपावली की शुभकामनाएं सर। और हमारे कैफीन का सर्विस बहुत अच्छा है, इसी तरह वीडियो कॉन्फ्रेंस रखिए। और सेक्रेटरी डिपार्टमेंट का टीम हमने जो मेल दिया हमको टाइम पे बैलेंस शीट में मिल गया, तो उनको भी बधाई देते हैं सर। और हमारे स्कूल में BRS श्रीकांत साहब को भी नमस्कार, उनका भी गाइडेंस बहुत अच्छा है, उनकी बहुत पुराने सेक्रेटरी डिपार्टमेंट के हैं। तो 2025 2026 अच्छा प्रॉफिट हुआ तो साहब एक बार कंपनी डिविडेंड के ट्रैक रिकॉर्ड में आए। थैंक यू सर।
Thank you, sir. Our next speaker is Mr. Kaushik Narendra. Mr. Kaushik Narendra, request you to kindly unmute yourself and speak.
Good afternoon to respected chairman, esteemed directors, and key management personnel. It gives me immense pleasure that trusting all of you are in good health. It gives me immense pleasure to interact with you again this year. I am also deeply grateful to our CS for granting me the opportunity. Coming to the agenda of the meeting, I would like to seek only clarification with growing global demand for semiconductors and IoT solutions. What strategic initiatives is Moxchip undertaking to expand its design services and product portfolio? And how does the company plan to secure long-term partnerships with global semiconductor leaders? One suggestion, if it could be, although I am speaking in the front of experts, but if it could be implemented, uh, it goes Moxchip can significantly boost its revenue by developing niche semiconductor solutions tailored for high growth sectors such as electric vehicles, aerospace, and defense, while simultaneously expanding its design services through strategic collaboration with global chip makers. Before I end, I would like to share a thought that reflects our own inspiring journey. Worship is powering future one chip at a time, proving that even the smallest circuits can sparkle the biggest innovation. On a lighter note, Worship can make such a tiny chip. If you drop one, you will need a microscope and a detector to find it. One personal appeal with durability, I would like to make a short personal request. Though I may be physically challenged, by God's grace, I remain mentally strong and committed to work as long as God permits. For this, I seek your kind support. So please consider me for certification audit assignment, including routine Form 15 CET foreign payments. I am qualified chartered accountant, and such support will go a long way in helping me remain financially independent without being a burden on anyone. Expanding this opportunity would not only empower me but also reflect the compassionate CSR spirit that our company is admired for. Finally, I also humbly propose that savings from conducting virtual AGM with thoughtful utilized for shareholders' welfare. So that's a small token of appreciation which would further strengthen the emotional bond between our company and stakeholders. In conclusion, I sincerely thank all of your all of you for time, attention, and helpful guidance. I look forward to engaging with you again next year. I also request my chairman, our MD, our CFO to kindly consider my appeal and provide me with opportunity to engage with the company. I also urge the management to take stakeholders' concerns more seriously and ensure that genuine commitments are fulfilled, rather than leaving them with only assurances. Please take very good care of yourself, your health. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir. Our next speaker is Mr. Praful Kumar Chawla. May I request Mr. Praful Chawla to kindly unmute yourself and speak?
थैंक यू चेयरमैन सर, बोर्ड ऑफ डायरेक्टर्स, मेरे साथी शोल्डर, मैं हैदराबाद से प्रफुल्ल चावड़ा बोल रहा हूँ सर। तो मेरे प्रदीप सर और श्रीनिवास राव सर ने बहुत अच्छी तरह कंपनी के बारे में बताया, इतना नॉलेजेबल बताया और कंपनी क्या-क्या प्रोडक्ट्स पे काम करती है, कैसा काम करती है, कस्टमर कैसे, इसके बारे में बहुत जानकारी मिली। तो मैं दोनों को बहुत-बहुत धन्यवाद देता हूँ कि नेक्स्ट फ्यूचर में इस तरह वीडियो कॉन से ऐसी मीटिंग करते रहे ताकि पूरे इंडिया के लोग सुन सके, देख सके और अपनी कंपनी के बारे में जानकारी ले सके। सर, सीनियर सर एक बात बोले रिसर्च एंड डेवलपमेंट सेंटर, तो रिसर्च एंड डेवलपमेंट सेंटर ये अपना है, इसमें मेल और फीमेल कितने इंजीनियर्स काम करते हैं और किस तरह काम करते हैं, 24 आवर्स काम करते हैं या 8 आवर्स काम करते हैं और कोई भी चैलेंजिंग प्रोडक्ट्स मिलता है अपने पास के जो प्रोडक्ट्स कोई नहीं बनाते हैं और अपने को चैलेंज किया जाता है, ये प्रोडक्ट्स आप बना देंगे तो अपना इंजीनियर्स कितने टाइम में बना सकते हैं, इसके लिए कुछ आप कर सकते हैं तो इसके बारे में बताएंगे। बहरहाल कंपनी से अभी मैं बहुत खुश हूँ और मोदी जी बोले स्वदेशी अपनाओ, स्वदेशी अपनाओ मीन्स कंपनी को कितना बेनिफिट होगा, क्यों बोले कंपनी जो भी प्रोडक्ट्स बनाएंगी स्वदेशी बनाएंगी और स्वदेशी लोग यूज करेंगे, तो इसके लिए क्या बेनिफिट रहेगा बताएंगे। सेक्रेटरी डिपार्टमेंट वेरी गुड सर, सिया सर के बारे में जानकारी मिली वो भी वेरी गुड है और आने वाले फेस्टिवल की बहुत बहुत शुभकामनाएं देता हूँ। धन्यवाद सर।
Thank you, Prafulji. Our next speaker is Mr. Slok Dave. Mr. Slok Dave, kindly unmute yourself and speak. Mr. Slok, over to you.
Yeah, hi. I was not unmuted. Hello, am I audible?
Yes, sir. You are audible, sir. Thank you.
Thank you very much, sir. Thank you very much, Mr. Chairman, for giving me the opportunity. And sir, to the Managing Director, I thank you, sir, for the presentation. The presentation, Mr. Chairman was right. It answered a lot of questions. Sir, so I'll start my questions with actually a suggestion. So kindly start doing quarterly conference calls because these presentations are useful. You're given a presentation and you've given me 5 minutes to understand the presentation, digest what you have told me, and then formulate the questions to ask you. It's not enough time, sir. And doing it once a year, that too only in the AGM. So again, it's very unfair on the investor community at large and also to your existing shareholders. I missed last year's AGM, so I had absolutely no idea what you said during the AGM, what questions were asked. There was no way to reach out to you. There was no way to ask you why Q1 was bad and why certain quarters were down. You just mentioned that there is a lot of geopolitical uncertainty and it's a cyclical business. If that is the case, sir, then we need a way to reach out to you and to understand what's happening in the company, what is not happening in the company. So if you don't open lines of communication with the investor community, it will promote unwarranted speculation in the stock. I seriously do not understand when sometimes the stock goes up because there is no material information which is available to me to figure out. Obviously, it is available to certain people who are buying. So it is very unfair on everyone else, sir. The way, I mean, if any company does not, and especially your company is so dynamic, you're doing such a great work. There is no reason not to do conference calls. Mr. Chairman, I completely take your point. There are a lot of important things that cannot be discussed in a public forum, and it will be to the detriment of the company. Still, an overall qualitative commentary without going into details of, without going into technical or confidential details is very much warranted after every quarter or at least twice a year in a public con call so that we at least know. So without your qualitative commentary, the numbers that you report are just numbers. There is no way to make any head or tails of it. So please consider doing con calls or coming out with extensive commentary during the quarter so that we get a better understanding of what the trajectory is going to be going forward. So coming to the question, sir, you have answered a lot of them in your presentation. I had two major questions, actually three major questions. One is from the ICs that you have developed for smart meters, what kind of contributions have you seen to the revenue? A broad number will do, sir. And how do you see this growing? Is this something that has plateaued out, or will we continue to see fruits of this particular solution slash product in the future? Second, sir, you mentioned that there is a 5 nanometer CDAC project, like advanced nodes project that you are working on. So can you tell us again what sort of an opportunity this is? Because I don't think anyone in the country has reached 5 nanometer nodes as of now. Yeah, so if you can provide some more detail as to the total addressable size once you execute this particular project? What kind of doors will open to you in the future? Sir, then one question is, in the P&L this time, one significant change has happened. This is a finance question. Your operating cost, which used to be 3% of revenue, has jumped to 30% of revenues. When I went to the schedules in the annual report, I saw that there is a subcontracting line item, which indicates that there was a lot of subcontracting done, and it's a substantial amount, so around 120 odd crores. So can you go into, again, the qualitative aspects of it? What is the nature of this subcontracting? Is it associated with the acquisition that we have made, or is it in the parent company? And what exactly was the nature of it? Um, uh, the qualitative terms here are more important, sir, rather than the number. And is it something which will repeat in the future? Is it now a permanent feature of the P&L going forward? So, in terms of employee strength, sir, how do we see increases in employee base? I mean, employee expenses. How do you see that going up? Because you said there is a severe crunch in the talent pool. So, how do we expect to execute in the future if we don't ramp up? And to what extent do we need to ramp up? What are the major roles that you're looking at to fill in the organization so that they can supplement the growth trajectory that we are on? So finally, in terms of investments that you need to do, are there any particular fields that you need to invest in? I know it's a very fixed asset light business. You're a fabless unit. So, but still, there is a lot of IP and R&D that needs to happen in a company of in your industry. So what is your R&D effort? Again, sir, you mentioned them and you touched upon them, but can you go into greater detail? What kind of IP are you working on, and which are the biggest holes and absences in your competency which you would like to fill? Is there any particular area you would like to address? How are you doing capital allocation to address all these things? So I have some technical questions as well, which I would think this is not the right forum to ask. So maybe I'll reach out to you later. But it's a great thing, sir. The execution has been pretty nice, and as you said, last 2 3 years have been very good. The margin improvement and the revenue growth, sir, I commend you for that. I never thought that such growth would be visible in this company. I'll be very honest with you, but you have managed to surprise me, sir. The acquisition also seems to be running, is also, it, at least to me, it seems that it is delivering. But if you can also comment on what your initial thoughts are. It's still early days. But have you learned anything new, sir? Have there been any setbacks, or have there been any positive surprises after the acquisition? And again, on the acquisition strategy, do you have any other plans, sir? That's about it, sir. So kindly consider my request for doing frequent investor meetings and con calls. So it's very much required, sir. And you're doing a fabulous job, sir. All the best from my side, sir. And I am very grateful for your hard work. Thank you very much, sir. All the best.
Thank you, sir. Our next speaker is Mr. K. Bharatraj. May I request Mr. K. Bharatraj to kindly unmute yourself and speak? So Mr. K. Bharatraj is not available. Moving to our next speaker, Mr. Shrikant Jhawar. May I request Mr. Shrikant Jhawar to kindly unmute yourself and speak? Mr. Shrikant Jhawar is also not available. Moving to our next speaker, Mr. Manoj J. Bagadia ji. May I request Mr. Manoj ji to kindly unmute yourself and speak? Manoj ji?
I'm there. Can you hear me, sir?
Yes, sir, we can hear. Thank you.
Thank you for the opportunity, sir. I think thanks for the presentation and thanks for the information what you shared. Sir, and first of all, congratulations for the results that we have shown in past couple of years, a significant growth in terms of revenue and profitability. And I understand that you might not want to share a lot of details which could be competitive according to you or which might hurt, right? But you must be taking it internally And you might want to tell us once a year that what you planned for, what you gain, or what you achieved, what you did not achieve, what were the reasons for not achieving. So if you can talk about that, at least that will help us direction in which we are going, where we were trying to go, and what were the roadblocks. And my humble suggestion is, sir, communication is the key for all of us. It's good for you, it's good for us also in terms of the longer term value creation. And like somebody mentioned earlier, I totally support a lot of things what he mentioned. The only question I have is, sir, the kind of capability we have, the total number of engineers we have, and the market cap we command today versus the profits what we have even the last year, it still does not justify. I mean, so considering the capability what we have, what we are developing, where do you see yourself in 3 to 5 years? You can just talk about the numbers, probably a particular number or some qualitative aspect of it, and what are the risks in achieving those. Thanks a lot, sir, for the opportunity.
Thank you, sir. Our next speaker is Mr. Suresh Chandra Jain. May I request Mr. Suresh Chandra Jain to kindly unmute yourself and speak? Mr. Suresh Chandra Jain. सुरेश जी,
हेलो, आवाज आ रही है सर?
यस जी, बिल्कुल आ रही है।
आदरणीय चेयरमैन सर, उपस्थित सभी डायरेक्टरगण और शेयर होल्डर साथियों, सर आपने जो श्रीनिवास जी ने जो वीडियो द्वारा जो कंपनी की रूपरेखा सामने रखी, बहुत ही सुंदर शब्दों के अंदर, बहुत ही डिटेल के अंदर आधे घंटे तक कंपनी के बारे में पूरा डिटेल जो बताया, उसको मैं बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद देता हूँ। और चेयरमैन सर, आपको, आप तथा आपके टीम को मैं बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद देता हूँ कि आपने कंपनी को सुचारू रूप से और अच्छी तरह से कंपनी की तरक्की के अंदर आपका बहुत बड़ा सहयोग रहा है। सर, मुझे याद है जब लिस्टिंग के पहली मीटिंग के अंदर, जब लिस्टिंग हुआ था उसके पहली मीटिंग के अंदर हम करने थे सर, एक मैं सुरेश जैन और एक कमल किशोर जी, एक प्रफुल्ल चौड़ा और एक मंगलूरी रमेश, हम 5 जने थे सर। जब हम कंपनी के चेयरमैन से
सर,
पूछे,
आपकी आवाज सर बहुत ज्यादा वैसी हो रही है सर, प्लीज।
सर, कंपनी की पहली मीटिंग के अंदर जब हम 5 जने थे सर, मैं, प्रफुल्ल चौड़ा, कमल किशोर, मंगलूरी रमेश, हम 5 जने थे सर। और कंपनी के चेयरमैन से हम पूछे, साहब आपका क्या बिजनेस है? तो उन्होंने बोले आलू चिप्स का बिजनेस है, आलू चिप्स का बिजनेस है। हमें इतना गुस्सा आया था तब। उसके बाद में कई बार चेयरमैन और कई बार कंपनी के चेंज हुए, और आपने जो जिस रफ्तार से कंपनी को लेके गए, उसका मैं स्वागत करता हूँ, अनुमोदन करता हूँ सर। और मैं भगवान से ये प्रार्थना करता हूँ, आप दिन दुनी रात चौगनी तरक्की करते हुए आप आगे के तरफ बढ़े। सर, मेरा नाम सुरेश चंद्र जैन, कंपनी सेक्रेटरी का भी नाम सुरेश है, आपको शायद याद होगा। और मैं कई बार आपसे मिलने की कोशिश किया, सब सुरेश जी से भी मिलने की कोशिश किया, पर शायद भगवान को जो नहीं था, हम मिल नहीं सके। मैं आशा करता हूँ आगे अपना मिलन हो, आमने सामना हो, हम आपको जाने की कोशिश करें। आपने जो बोलने का शुभ अवसर दिया, उसके लिए बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद। कार्मिक को भी मैं धन्यवाद देता हूँ कि उन्होंने भी सहयोग देते हुए कम से कम हमें बताया कि किस प्रकार से यूनिट करता और किस प्रकार अनम्यूट करना है, और किस प्रकार से एक कंपनी के बारे में जानकारी सब। आप छोड़िए वो बात को, मैं आपने आपका समय बहुत ले लिया और आपने जो बोलने का शुभ अवसर दिया उसके लिए धन्यवाद। सर, मैं यहाँ बरसात है, मेरी उम्र भी 75 है, मुझे भी अस्थमा का ये है, और फिर भी आपने जो सबूत दिया उसके लिए धन्यवाद देते हुए मैं अपने विचारों को विराम देता हूँ। बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद सर।
Thank you, sir. Our next speaker is Celestine Elizabeth Mascarenas. May I request Celestine ji to kindly unmute yourself and speak?
Hello, hello. Am
Yes,
I
madam.
audible?
Yes, madam, you are
Yes,
audible.
thank you. Thank you. Respected Chairman, Mr. K. Pradeep Chandra, MD Srinivas Rao, other esteemed directors on the board, my dear fellow shareholders, I am Mrs. C. Mascarenas speaking from Mumbai. First of all, I thank the company secretary for sending me an e-annual report. I would prefer a physical copy because lots of things are happening in this company. So I would sit in my ease and read each and every thing and understand better. Anyway, working is definitely good. Now the later we will know how much because the new management. Even then, I congratulate for all the awards and the good performance. Also, very good CSR work. Now, as our MD, Mr. Srinivas Rao, made a very lengthy presentation. So many of the things he said, so many of my queries are definitely covered. Of course, he said two line was demarcated: semiconductors and software systems design and engineering design. So, as I cannot ask about margins and all, I restrict from that end. But I will definitely ask here, MAST, how many staffs are there in the R&D and average age, male female ratio, and the attrition level. Remaining capex requirements for the further growth in next 3 years. And if some big investor comes, would you give some stake? Because there are big high level investors all over the world who come with investment when they see the company has a good growth strategy. So could you just share, or you can send on my mail. With this, I support all the resolutions. I wish you and the entire team of Mischief very good health, as health will be the wealth, and also very good festive season so that we prosper more and more. With this, thank you very much. I give it to the next speaker, registered Aloysius Mascarenas.
Hello, I'm the next speaker in the queue. Can I proceed, sir?
Yes, please.
Yeah. Respected Chairman, sir, very distinguished members of the board, and my fellow shareholders. Good evening to you all. My name is Aloysius Mascarenas. At the outset, I thank the management, company secretary, and the team for sending me an e-annual report which is full of information, facts, and figures in place, good results as depicted in the annual report. Congratulations for all the awards and accolades received during the year. Now, my only question is, who are our peers and competitors, and what is our market share? This I would like to know. And especially the semiconductors is the industry of the century, and it's a good line. So I would like to know more about it. And now many questions have been asked by my predecessor shareholders, and the chairman has given a lengthy uh, features of the company. So I don't want to add anything more. So I close my speech wishing you personally, all the board members, and more importantly, all the employees, all the very best in the days and years to come. With this, sir, thank you very much. We are in a midst of a festive season. So I wish each one of you all a very happy festive season and look forward for the celebration of festive season to our shareholders who have spoken by giving us some memento or some sweets in this regard. With this, sir, thank you very much for patient hearing. Good health, good luck, and goodbye.
Thank you, sir. Our next speaker is Mr. Manjeet Singh. Mr. Manjeet Singh is not available at this moment. So moving to our next speaker, Mr. Abhishek J. May I request Mr. Abhishek J to kindly unmute yourself and speak. Abhishek Ji?
Sir, can you hear me? Am I audible?
Yes, sir.
So first of all, I congratulate the management on the eve of annual general body meeting. I trust all is well with you and your family in this challenging situation. Our company deserves much more respect than the current market cap after completing more than a decade of successful operations, profitability, and becoming one of the strongest brand in the respective segment. Sir, our company is being categorized as the ASM LT Stage 1 category in the Bombay Stock Exchange. So, what steps our company has taken, sir, to write to the authorities to remove the stigma from our company? Sir, our EPS is only 1.86. So, what proactive steps taken by the management to improve the EPS, P ratio, and the return on equity? And the company, when was the last dividend being declared by the management, sir, to the shareholders? I would like to know from you. And the company has underwent a reduction of capital also, and then the company has come up in good numbers, and the company has given a good profit to the investor fraternity by means of share value. But still, the only bread and butter of the investor is the dividend. Now, when can the management declare a dividend to the minority shareholders? I would like to know from you, sir. And kindly arrange a uh, on call quarterly presentations and meeting with global investors on a regular basis, and kindly try to consider the meeting in the first week of September, sir, because there are a lot of digital challenges with this virtual platform. So if you can kindly consider hybrid AGM in the years to come, more number of shareholders can join in the meeting. You can get the valuable points, suggestions, and ideas that will be helpful for the management to empower the coming future. And also kindly enable the raise hand option, chat option, Q&A box for the shareholders to attend and seek clarification, sir. And we are now facing a lot of difficulties in this KFIN portal, sir. So kindly have some other platform, Webex or Zoom, in the coming future, so that we shall not face any discrepancies in joining this platform in the AGM meeting. And so, what is the capex plan for the coming future? You can just enlighten us on that, sir. And most of my questions I have sent by email, so I shall not repeat the same questions again in the interest of time. And the company has done really good. I do appreciate the management for that. And I would request you to kindly take care of the investor fraternity who have joined this virtual conference. And nothing much to ask, sir. Hope that the company takes all our questions in the right spirit. I wish the company and the board of directors a great success and prosperity in the coming future. And thank you for giving the opportunity, sir. Hope to see you in the upcoming hybrid AGM next year. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. Our next speaker is Mr. Afzal Ur Rahman Sufi. May I request Afzal Ji to kindly unmute yourself and speak.
Hello.
Yes, sir. I can hear you.
Yeah, I can also hear you. Thank you, KFintech. Myself, Afzal Ali, from Hyderabad, shareholder. I am very happy that I am attending this AGM in this way. Physically, the AGM will be done on the ratio of his old one. We have used to come there and we visit there. Nowadays, Corona has come. We stop everything. It is a good way that you are conducting this AGM, but in the shareholder pattern, it is very bad, sir. Because you can save money, but shareholder hurting. Once in a year only we can meet. This also will stop means what is the relation between shareholder and company. So AGM will be connected in physical mode only, sir. Corona section is over. Now everyone is doing physical. Some companies are rare that we can't tell the names. They are doing in online mode. Now today I am gone to the physical AGM. Now then after I'm attending 5 o'clock to 6:10 now the timing. In the phone I'm putting charging and I'm using this attend to AGM. This is a mode I'm attending the AGM. This suffering I am now. That is why when the physical AGM will come, I will directly come to there and sit there. The chairman speech important words, everything given detail. I appreciate. And sir, mobile number is not, land number is not there, phone number is not there. How to connect shareholder to office? Only this way only we can meet in seeing with the phone or system. Please make AGM in physical mode. That's all, sir. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Our next speaker is Retappa Gundruluji. May I request Retappa Gundruluji to kindly unmute yourself and speak. Retappa ji.
आवाज आ रही सर?
जी बिल्कुल आ रहा है.
Thank you, sir. Chairman, respected Chairman K. Pradeep Chandra sir, Srinivas Rao Garu, CEO and Managing Director, all other independent directors, non-executive directors, scrutinizers, auditors, and my company secretary, Suresh Garu, and Kefin team, and all other my fellow members. Good afternoon. Sorry, good evening. Myself, Retappa Gundluru, attending this AGM from Hyderabad. As a shareholder of Motsip Semiconductor, I am very happy, proud about the company performance. Sir, thank you, company CS, for sending the annual report as requested in physical copy. Promptly sent, received. I gone through the annual report. What a wonderful, amazing quality. AR received, sir. Progressive engineering, excellence, the cover page. Your vision, your intention is in cover page now. We came to know. Thank you so much, sir. And the very first page, the images about the key highlight performance of the year, and also our your company identity and solutions of the company projects. Ever starting our journey since 1999, and message of the chairman sir, CEO sir, and also now you presented so many. The presentation has been detailed and highly appreciated. We came to know a lot of information about our partnership ecosystem and KPI dashboard and progressive engineering excellence. Thank you so much. Our growth sector and industry, sir, we have served in the annual report is a very excellent innovation in the action. Action is important. Your action people recognized as the excellence award. Awards are ఏమంటారు తెలుగులో అవార్డ్స్ అనేది ఊరికే రావు అని అంటుంటారు. సో యువర్ హార్డ్ వర్క్ is recognized as a token of the acknowledgement, appreciation. Highly I am appreciating, and also special kudos to all our board member. Sir, your speech is very informative, presentation is informative, annual report is informative, and governance part I would like to appreciate. There is a transparency. Thank you. Financial performance and share price performance very wonderful. CSR also very wonderful. Thank you. And sir, appreciation part is a strong financial growth. Appreciation more than 59% impressive revenue growth, and 239% of the net profit financial 25, and excellent financial operation performance. Thank you. And strategic initiatives I have done. Thank you for the moves, including the successful entry into the new markets like artificial intelligence and 5G, and securing the key government projects like DLI scheme, and also solid balance sheet. I commend this company becoming a virtual debt free, significantly strengthening its balances. చాలా మనం అప్పులు లేకుండా చేసుకున్నారు సార్, మీరు చాలా మంచి పని చేశారు. థ్యాంక్ యూ. అండ్ సాలిడ్ బ్యాలెన్స్ షీట్, హైలీ అప్రిషియేటబుల్ కమిట్మెంట్ టు ద ఇన్నోవేషన్. దిస్ ఇస్ ఇంపార్టెంట్. ఎప్పటికప్పుడు మనం మారుతున్నాం చూడండి, కారణసారిగా లేదు నేను వర్షంలో తడుస్తూనే ఉంటాను కాదు, ఎండకి గొడుగు పట్టాలి. సో ఆ విధంగా ఇన్నోవేషన్ R&D ఐఎమ్ అప్రిషియేటింగ్ హియర్ సార్. అండ్ థ్యాంక్ యూ for a wonderful my company has reduced debt almost debt free, and also you have given very good quarter results, and also hoping the good quarter results coming financials, and also you have delivered the good profit growth of 25.9% CAGR, the highly appreciable. Data days has improved 105 to 69 days, and also median sales growth is 34.4% 10 years. Numbers are speaking. figures are speaking, your hard work is speaking. We need dividend next financial year. So, sir, I have questions, sir. Sir, employee cost is increasing. What is your plan to managing the increasing this employee cost while continuing to invest in the talent R&D? Second question, revenue sustainability. How do you plan to sustain the strong revenue momentum, particularly from the turnkey AISCS and IP services, given the cyclical natural semiconductor industry? Third question about the market risks, sir. Sir, what strategies are your place to mitigate the risk associated with the global supply chain and disruption of the market volatility? And another question about the growth outlook. Sir, can you please, management, provide me a more detailed outlook for the expected profitability and revenue growth for the coming financial year FY26? And you are doing CSR is very wonderful, sir. And final question about the R&D and innovation. Yeah, sir, how much of revenue is allocated in R&D, and what are the key areas of innovation? And is there any, collaboration Indian institutes lo, global semiconductor lo, and any startup that strengthen avvadaniki and design capabilities increase chesukodaniki the global expansions lo, like customer sampayinchukodaniki what percent of revenue from the international customers, and also our plan, any plans to expand into presence in US or Europe and Asia Pacific markets? I would like to know. Sir, I have many questions. I'll send to our company secretary, Bachagura Suresh garu, always reachable, nice person, manchiga friend, sir. నాకు చాలా సంవత్సరాల నుంచి. So, and also the sir, last question అడిగేసి క్లోజ్ చేస్తాను సార్. సార్, అది పేజ్ నెంబర్ 217 లో there is a, okay sir, I'm skipping this question. Yeah. Sir, I supported all the resolutions. No questions on the resolution. And please continue VC. If you are convenient, hybrid also there, physical also, you are up to end. So I am happy with this, and physical also I am interested. No problem. Thank you, Bachalgura sir, for sending the annual report, sending the link, and smooth AGM process and everything. And special thanks to appreciation to finally we have faith on the board, trust on the board. Go ahead, take appropriate decision to my company growth, sir. Hopefully, in coming financial year, I'll receive the dividend, and under your leadership, we will achieve many more awards, milestones, revenue growth. That's the reason. I pray God to give them more wisdom, strength, power, courage, and happiness to entire board member families. Thank you, and proud and happy shareholder, as an analyst, as an investor, as a financial advisor. I'm very happy. God bless you. Stay healthy.
Thank you. Thank you.
The next speaker is Mr. Hardik Indermal Jain. Mr. Hardik Indermal Jain ji is not available. Moving to next speaker, Mr. Bimal Kumar Agrawal. So Mr. Bimal Kumar Agrawal is also not available. Then Mr. P. Jayachandra. Mr. P. Jayachandra has not joined. Moving to our next speaker, Mr. Badri Vishal Bajaj. Mr. Badri Vishal Bajaj also not joined. The next is the representative from Gaurav Sood, HUF. May I request Mr. Gaurav Sood to kindly unmute yourself and speak. Mr. Gaurav. Mr. Gaurav, kindly unmute yourself. The last call to Mr. Gaurav. Sorry, sir, he is not responding. We are moving to our next speaker, Mr. Sarju Javedi ji. May I request Mr. Sarju Javedi ji to kindly unmute yourself and speak?
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah. Am I audible?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes,
Yeah.
sir. You are.
First, good evening to our respected chairman, Mr. CEO, Mr. KS, the board members, and my fellow shareholders. First and foremost, I would like to congratulate the management for showing such a fabulous result, making our company debt-free and generating a net positive cash flow of around 30 crores, which is a big achievement. I've given some queries to the management, but for the sake of other shareholders, I will be reading the questions again. And couple of questions are more which has not been forwarded. First question is regarding the insider selling. In our case, there is always some big insider selling going on at critical junction by promoters, ex-promoters, employees, ex-employees. This kind of relentless selling and huge block of supply creates an imbalance in the market and also gives a negative perception. And the only option available is to have a good institutional investor base, which can absorb such a huge quantity of shares, bring some stability in the price, and also improve our credibility. Right now, we don't have a single institutional investor or FI. So I request the management to have a con call or an analyst meet to create interest, attract and instill confidence among institutional investors to come forward and at least look at our company. Now coming to the operational part. First question is regarding the status of our smart meter chip. Is any tie-up with any manufacturer being planned? When will be the commercial launch? Any competitor in this segment, and what will be the revenue flow, if at all you can disclose in the first year of sales, and whether this will be a turnkey ASIC or it will be only a sales of design chip, and who will be owning the IP of Vidyut, and how much DLI is still pending, because this is under DLI scheme. And also, smart meters are already being installed in various cities. So aren't we late in approaching manufacturer? Because it might take 1 more year. So won't we be late in selling this thing? Third question, status regarding the CDEC project. What is the future potential, as currently we are getting revenue only from the government? So how do we plan to monetize the same in future? What is the time frame to complete this project, and any diversion in the milestone? What is the amount of work and revenue still pending? And is government planning to launch some similar scheme for some other project, if at all you can disclose? Fourth question is regarding our Digital Sky Gen AIoT suite, which we have launched last year. So what is the market response, performance, and future potential on this? Fifth question, why is our net profit not getting any operating leverage? As generally with the growing sales, the profit should have grown aggressively. In our case, the growth in profit is lagging behind the growth in revenue. So, like, what is this which is affecting our profitability? Sixth question, what is with the government's ambition plan for whole semiconductor sector and many private projects being launched, do we have any plans to collaborate with any of the individual parties like Tata's, Micron, CG, or anybody else for designing aspect? Seventh, do you foresee any negative effect if, as and when US government levy a tariff on semiconductor import? What is our geographical distribution of our sales? Are we too exposed to USA? And if at all, what is our strategy to reduce it? One more question, ninth question. Can you provide the industry-wide breakup, sales breakup, and which sector will drive the growth, whether auto, data center, audiovisual, AI, IoT, home automation, or industrial automation? In future, ninth question, in future, will domestic market play a bigger role than export market? Next one. With so many new ventures coming in and they are announcing plans in designing as well, do we see future competition which can affect our margin or increase our cost of employees? Next one. What is the strategy for increasing our value addition? And also our plans to enter the product market. Next one, the 12th one. Regarding our subsidiary Softnotics and Moschip Academy, because I've seen the annual report of Softnotics, we are still losing cash and showing losses. So whether the takeover has benefited us, to what extent, and whether or have we got affected, which we had done in earlier in 2016, where a couple of takeovers failed and they didn't, we were not able to monetize or leverage your takeover. 13th one, can we maintain the revenue growth of around 40% in this year also, as now in current year we will be facing a higher base of last year? And in the beginning, our CEO mentioned the industry is cyclical, and there was a downward trend in Q3, Q4, and Q1, but Q2 seems to be picking up. So can you elaborate on this? And finally, do we have any dividend policy, or do we plan to announce any dividend? And lastly, I would like to have a special mention, special thanks to Mr. Jairam, CFO, and Mr. Suresh, our company secretary, for efficiently handling all our shareholders' issue. Thank you. That's it.
Sir, I think he has completed his questions. With this, we have completed calling out all the speaker shareholders, handing over proceedings back to you. Thank you, sir. Over to you.
Yeah, thank you, shareholders, for your valuable suggestions and questions regarding the progress of your company. As I mentioned earlier, some of the specific figures, like saying that what is going to be our potential turnover for this year, or what is it going to be for the next 2 to 3 years, such speculative questions we should not be answering, and we cannot actually also answer. The company, we are making sure that we withstand any shocks that may come because of the cyclical nature of the industry. We are in this business, and we have to handle any downturns the entire industry faces internationally. But if you have noticed that despite the cyclical nature of the industry, even in the past 5 years, your company has steadily shown growth. So we do have strategies in place to ensure that we do manage the cyclical nature of our companies. Obviously, the strategy is to expand our client base, and I think our CEO also mentioned that in his presentation, the number of new clients that we are acquiring, and that is the way to go. That as in we have to expand our client base, so that in case there are shocks in the market, we are still able to absorb them in this flexible or fluid market. The Government of India projects, though they haven't come to fruition yet, so we do not have any, we cannot give you any financial figures on that. That will, we are one of the first to be getting, whether it's the CDAC project or the DLI project. Our CEO mentioned that MOSCHIP had made a presentation to potential DLI applicants to the Government of India based on the experience. So we are actually out there as one of the first, and we do hope that it will open up opportunities in future. Both I mean, we can't get into manufacturing, that is not our core, so maybe some kind of a licensing agreements, we are looking for that, and I think that is something which will be positive. Including the CDAC, we are there now, firmly established as one of the most reputable and reliable partners with the Government of India as far as this kind of an activity is concerned. So we are hopeful, and I'm sure all the shareholders also will be hopeful that this partnership with the Government of India will open the doors for many more projects. And we will, based on our success, we will be the first company of preference, if at all, as and when Government of India goes for expansion of their similar kind of projects in the future. There are challenges as far as the manpower is concerned. Shareholders themselves have mentioned about the competitive nature of the business. We have to retain the employees, especially those whom we have trained and those who are working with us. That kind of pushes up the salaries and wages that we need to pay them, the compensation that has to be paid. So it's something part of the game. It's if we don't hold the company, the employees, they will just go over to the competitors, and that's not a good thing for us after getting trained and experienced with us. So we are very conscious about it. And let me assure our shareholders that we, as in the board, we are very conscious about a number of expenses. We review them on a regular basis. We give the guidance to the company, the CEO and the CFO, and we are here to take care of your interests. Mr. Sarju Jain, you that as independent directors, we are here to protect the minority shareholders. Let that be very clear out there. And we do monitor what is happening in the trading, what kind of who's trading what. Some things are inevitable. We do monitor on a regular basis, and we make sure if there is anything which we find is not right, we will take appropriate action there. So let me assure all the shareholders that we are here to take care of your interests. And there's a question that keeps coming up as far as the dividend is concerned, and that is a statutory issue. We do like investors and shareholders need to be rewarded, but until the carried forward losses are completely written off and covered, we will not be able to. It is a mandatory requirement of dividend, and as we do hope that we will very quickly write off all the carry forward losses, and then we can look forward to a more healthier balance sheet as well as our P&L account. There may be some very specific questions that our CEO, Mr. Srinivas Rao, may be wanting to answer. I will hand it over to him. And Jairam, I think there was some specific issues which Mr. Sarju Javeri had raised. I hope you will be able to answer that. But first, Mr. KS.
Yeah, thank you, Pradeep Chandra Garu. Let me address the common questions first. I'm not going by the name of the speaker, shareholder, and the questions they asked, but I would like to actually combine the common questions and answer them. I think there were questions related to FY26 revenue and the revenue growth over the next 4-5 years, and the revenue that we are anticipating from home, CDAC, and so on and so forth. And again, our chairman Pradeep Chandra Garu said, we've been actually growing at a pretty steady rate, and we believe FY26 is going to be another good year. And as far as the geopolitical scenarios or the market downtrend in certain pockets of the world are actually concerned, we are mitigating these risks by delinking ourselves, right? I mean, most of our revenue is actually coming from the US, and over the last couple of years, we started expanding into other geo areas as well. So that is how we are basically mitigating risk. And on the H1B side, I think there was a question on whether there is going to be any negative impact on the H1B policy change or the $100,000 imposition that has come into effect. In fact, we basically have a certain leadership that is working out of the US, but most of the execution is getting most of the projects. Most of the execution is getting done India, across Hyderabad, Ahmedabad, Pune, and Bangalore. And most of the projects that we are working on are the ODCs and turnkey projects, as I said. And hence, the H1B is not going to have any negative impact on our revenues. And on the margins, there was basically a question. I mean, if you look at it from FY21 onwards, it is not only the top line, our bottom line has also been on the rise, but it may not be proportional to the growth that you basically saw on the top line for different reasons. I mean, we are actually investing in creating a proactive bench for future business, and also there is room for increasing resource utilization as well. So we keep actually looking at increasing our resource utilization and optimizing our pyramid, right? Optimizing our pyramid can actually bring in a profitability, and ensuring that it is just not the top line, but bottom line also should be increasing proportionately is something that we always focus. And if you look at our results over the last few years or over the last few quarters, you would have seen our bottom line increasing. And that is because of the cost optimization and the resource utilization and the pyramid optimization that we've been doing. And there are questions around Vidyut and Om revenues. Again, our chairman Pradeep Chandra Garu said, I mean, we are actually part of DLI 1.0. What we know is there is basically a requirement up to 60 million smart energy meters, right? Need smart energy meters. Each smart energy needs a smart energy meter, I see. This is a domestic need, and about I think 2 billion or so internationally by 2030. So that is the market size in terms of the number of smart energy meters that we are actually looking at, and we are actually excited about it. And on the project execution, again, as I said in my presentation, so the project is going according to the schedule, and there are absolutely no deviations. On the OM, the chip is being planned to be taped out around mid next year, and the silicon is going to be back 1 year after that. And CDAC has plans of moving into volume production. This is a huge chip, and if CDAC actually moves into volume production, the revenues are actually going to be significant. Today, we cannot, I mean, we cannot share the numbers, but the numbers are going to be significant. And there is a question on our long-term engagement with our customers and design services for high growth areas. Right. I mean, as I said, the customers that we are working with are strategic in nature, and we are building a strategic relationship with our customers, and it has never been transactional, because I mean, we really want to have stability for revenue sustainability. Stability and continued business is the key. So, and hence, I mean, we are actually going after all big customers. Sometimes we are also investing in say gaining confidence, right, from the customer, so that they could forge into a strategic relationship. So our focus has always been to chase big customers, get into a strategic relationship with them, so that the engagement is going to be long term. And all these customers are basically working on, for example, data centers or GPUs, or the computing devices, or the IoT devices, and so on and so forth. These are all high growth areas, and even 5G also. And the design services that we are providing to our customers are in high growth areas. And there was a question around male to female ratio in our operations. I think, I mean, 1/3 of our employees are female, and we are actually proud to say that. I mean, we also have few leaders in our leadership ladder as well. And we were there are no shifts in our engineering operations. We basically work in general shift, and it is an 8-hour shift. I mean, there was a question around the shifts as well. And on there was a question around talent acquisition. see, our training institute is the one, I mean, which is basically helping us in creating talent, and we do campus hires. We keep actually training people. Hello, can you hear me? Okay. We keep hiring engineering students from campuses, and we keep training them, and we keep creating a proactive bench. And that is the investment that we actually make. And those are going to be used for the future projects. And we also keep hiring laterals, experienced engineers from outside, and looking at the kind of work that we are actually doing, and the kind of growth that they basically see in our company, we've been able to attract talent. But most of our talent is actually created by our learning and development center, which is our training institute, right? And there was also a question on the competition and market share. Of course, I mean, the competition is always going to be there. There are, I mean, we are the only publicly traded company that is into, I mean, that is purely into semicon and embedded software. There are IT companies that also have this practice, but we are actually different from those companies that way. And in terms of market share, I mean, we believe, I mean, we are one of the top semicon and embedded and system design services companies in India, and our numbers actually speak for themselves. And then there was a question around the IP development. Again, IP companies are our customers, and hence we do not actually do any IP that directly competes with our customers. So we are extremely sensitive to our customers. The IPs that we are actually developing are the IPs that go into smart energy meter ICs. And I talked about 4 IPs that we validated as part of smart energy meter IC, and there are a few more that are actually being developed. These IPs are going to be used on turnkey ASICs that we will win, or the products that we will build in future. And then so then there is a question around there are new ventures that are being announced regularly in semi sectors, and that is going to increase our competition. Is it going to increase the cost of our employees? I mean, this question, I think Pradeep Chandra Garu has answered. I mean, it is important for us to take care of our employees, and hence we'll have to pay competitive salaries. And we've all, I mean, board has been very generous in terms of allocating employee stock options for our engineers. And the employees are actually happy that they are in a growing company, and they're also happy that they are actually working on some of these very complex and important projects. And can domestic demand play a big role in our total sales? Yeah, definitely. In fact, today it is only 8% of semiconductor components that are consumed in India are produced in India, and we have a long way to catch up, right? So, and there is this self-reliance push, and what the industry actually believes is we might grow from 8% to 20%, right? 20% of the semiconductors that are consumed in India are going to be produced in India by 2030. Even that 20% is also being pushed to 30%. So that will definitely open doors for companies like us, especially when we are focusing on the turnkey ASICs, where we deliver silicon to our customers. And yeah. And there was a question around the frequent conference calls and physical AGM. And I mean, we have actually heard all the feedback that is given by our respected speaker shareholders, and we will review the requests and do the best. Basically going forward. There were a couple of questions on there was a question on the subcontracting cost that appeared in FY25 that I request Jairam to actually answer that, and he will also answer on the ASM1 category question and the EPS and PE ratio, right? So there was a suggestion on the AGM to be conducted during first week of September, so we will also positively request and do the needful. Yeah. Thank you, sir. Over to you, Pradeep Chandra Garu.
Thanks, Kes. I'm sure that has answered all the questions and given more information than what was the shareholders wanted, and I think that will be very good. Jairam, the three specific questions which are addressed on the financial side, please.
Yeah, thank you, Pradeep Chandra Garu. Thank you, Case. There are a few questions on the financial side. The first one was the operating cost seems to be higher this year, which was around close to 30% of the revenue, as against 8.7%, which was last year. I mean, if you look at the revenue grew top line by 57%, and the other operating cost technically includes the IPs and the EDA tools which we purchase for getting the work done for these turnkey ASIC projects. So I think whenever we compare the cost, it will be ideal to compare the salary cost and the other operating cost together with the revenue. That will give a much cleaner view. So if you look at it, it ranges around 79 to 81%, which is in line with the last year. The second question was on the capital allocation with respect to the projects. Of course, as we grow, I think the requirement and the need for the working capital comes. One of the shareholder was also mentioning about the positive cash flow, what we are currently driving, and we work with all the marquee clients across the globe. So never there has been a working capital issue with respect to funding our projects and our growth. The third question was on the capex requirement for the next 3 years. Of course, we being a design services company, I think majority of our investment lies on office spaces, which we constantly try to upgrade it and be in the best on the market. And the second piece will be on the working on the servers and for the best in class requirements for our customers. And third one is on the laptops and other stuff which are the requirements, which will, and all these will be funded from our internal accruals moving forward. And there was a question. There was a question on soft-nautic losses, which was appear in the books. Again, whenever we acquire a company, when we merge them into Mastership, so generally all the customer contracts would be taken by the holding company, because this gives us a lot of efficiencies of scale and operational advantages. If you look at it right now as we speak, the merger of Softnautics with Mastership is being pending, and we are in discussion with NCLT. So the idea and objective will be that we merge everything together so that there is efficiency of scale. So for this year purpose, I think we should look at the consolidated results. The standalone results wouldn't give a clear data with respect to the Softnautics. Then we spoke about investor calls. Again, KS spoke about the investor calls, and also we spoke about the PEs and the EPS, the low highs. Again, we are constantly working to put best of our efforts for increasing the net profit, and which directly translates to increasing the EPS and things like that. Thank you, Pradeep Chandra Garu. Thank you, KS.
Thank you, Jairam.
Thanks, thank you, KS and Jairam. Thanks for the information. This will complete all the questions from the shareholders, the responses to the questions, and we are all grateful to the shareholders who attended this AGM through video conference. The Board of Directors appointed Mrs. BSS and Associates, practicing company secretaries, Hyderabad, as scrutinizer for the e-voting process. I hope all the shareholders participated in the e-voting process. Further, I hereby authorize Mr. Suresh Bachalkura, Company Secretary, to declare the results along with scrutinizer's report within 2 working days of conclusion of this meeting. Mr. Suresh is also authorized to submit voting results to the stock exchange and place the same in the MOSCHIP website. The resolutions set forth in the notice have been deemed to be passed today, subject to receipt of the requisite number of votes. Before I conclude, I would like to extend my heartfelt gratitude to all the employees of the company. Your dedication, hard work, and unwavering commitment has been instrumental in driving our success and shaping the future of MOSCHIP. All items of today's AGM have now been transacted. Thank you all for attending the AGM. And with this, I formally conclude the 26th AGM of your company. Thank you.
Thanks to the chairman and directors for attending the AGM. Thanks to the shareholders to make the AGM grand success. Thanks to the finance and admin finance team for helping in preparation of the annual report. And lastly, KFintech team for arranging today's AGM and making it success. Thank you all. Thank you very much.